know you're somewhere.
Hi Cancer, welcome to my channel. My name is Kem. Today Cancer, you guys got wasp spirit. Sometimes life stings, number 64, but in reverse. I want to say that they're trying to tell you that the end of a harsh cycle has ended. Like, it's over this cycle of, I don't know, everyone's been going through different shit, but I would say it's going to be, the new cycle that's starting off is very different, because the new cycle has the snake. The snake talks about your cravings, your deepest desires, what you really want, kind of like your hopes and dreams, but it's like more of a wands energy. You see how we have Queen of Wands here? But it is divine with the 7. So I honestly am feeling like they're trying to say that the end of a difficult cycle has come with the wasp spirit. Sometimes life stings. Like, yeah, the last cycle might have been a little harsh, but this new cycle is going to take place, and it is going to be very beautiful. But another thing I'm getting is like, it's only if you allow it to be, Cancer. Because I see here that you are at a crossroads, and they're trying to communicate to you the best way to go. And I have this feeling that you might choose stability over like desire, and I feel like that would be a mistake. So I feel like that's what they're trying to warn you right now. Don't go over like what's the easiest and what's the most comfortable. Like, don't move in that direction. It's kind of like if you wanted to move somewhere and you wanted to move, there's like a place that you desire to move, and then there's a place that's like, you know, not that great, but it's more safe or it's closer by. They're telling you like, go with your desire, go with your passion. Like, don't play it safe right now. Do you get what I'm saying? Because the only way to really get yourself out of a cycle is to do things differently. Like, if you keep playing it safe or you keep doing the same thing over and over, you're going to get the same result. So I feel like the thing that they want to warn you is like to stop maybe doing the same thing. You know, like if you need to make a change, make that change. If that change is like you being more adventurous or you being more like taking risks, then that's what they want you to do. So that's what I'm getting, Cancer. Let's pull more cards. So Cancer, I'm going to pull more cards, but I'm getting a lot of messages right now, so I have to like talk about it, and then I'll pull more. The first thing I'm getting is that if you're not healed enough, you're not going to make the right decision when it comes to this crossroads. So again, we always have a choice, and for some of you guys, you might feel like you're powerless or like you don't have a choice, or that's what I'm getting. It's like, I don't have a choice. I have to do this. I don't have a choice. This is something like, you know, unavoidable. And what I'm getting is like, we always have a choice. But for some of you, you're not going to choose the right thing if you're not healed enough when it comes to the crossroads. So make sure that you're grounded. Like, again, if we're always healing, so it's like, who's to say who's healed enough and who's not? But I would say like the best way to make a decision is to be really grounded. You see how you have the self card? Like, again, healing is always going to need to take place. Like, we're always going to be shedding old cycles and old shit, but stay grounded when making like a choice that comes up in your way. Because with the crossroads, I feel like there is going to be a decision that comes, and it's going to be like, are you going to do things the same way you always do it, or are you going to do it a little differently? And I think it's obviously time to do it differently. They're saying it's like, there's nothing like right now. Right now, it's the best time to make this decision, and it's going to be the right one with the sun. But my question is like, again, we don't really know who's healed enough and who's not. I mean, I feel like we all feel like we've healed, right? I mean, I feel like I think a lot of us can say like, oh yeah, I've done the work. So the question is, can you remain grounded enough to make the right decision for your life? Okay, that was one of the big messages I was getting. And another message I'm getting is like, again, you always have a choice. Choose what you desire. Between like desire and stability, choose what you desire. Now, another thing I'm getting is that we have a King and a Queen of Wands coming out. And I honestly am getting that, like, the King of Wands is coming out with the Page of Swords and the Emperor. So we have Aries, Leo, Sag, and then we have the Page of Swords and the Knight of Cups all around. So there's a lot of masculine energy here. I'm getting that there could be even a mirroring taking place between you two. Like, this person is wanting to do the same thing, and they want to go towards what they desire. They want to go on the right path. But there's this really big thing about, like, stability versus desire. Stability with the Queen of Pentacles versus the Queen of Wands, right? Like, Queen of Wands is more of a spontaneous energy, more of like, you know, we'll see what happens when we get there. And a Queen of Pentacles is like, let's plan the trip. You know what I mean? Like, there's a very different energy coming from the two. And I feel like this person wants to be in King of Wands energy, and you want to be in Queen of Wands energy. Like, again, you want to go, I keep saying, like, it's better to go towards something that you desire more than to go towards something that you don't really have that much love for, but it's more stable. So I'm getting here, again, your choice might have to do with that, and same thing for this person. Their choice might have to do with, like, stability versus what do I really want. And I feel like they're sitting in Page of Swords energy, which is interesting because it's kind of like they're watching you. But if you guys are mirroring one another, then I think it's really important. Someone has to lead. And I don't know if that's you or them, but it's important that you're both in the same energy, right? Especially if this is someone new trying to come towards you. It's important for the two of you to be in the same energy, right? For you guys to be energetically at the same level so that you can meet one another. So keep in mind when you're making this decision, or you're making any choices coming up in the next month, the next 2 months, or even right now, the choices that you make sure you're grounded. Make sure you feel abundant. Make sure you're not doing it from a lack mentality. Make sure you're not doing it from like a, oh my God, like panic, okay? Do it from a place of love. Do it from a place of, like, just relaxed energy, okay? Now I'm going to pull a little bit more on this because this is what I didn't even get up to. For some reason I went, like, I keep going from right to left, which is so interesting. Anyway. Yeah, so be careful, because the ego, if the ego is, like, ruling, and the ego is based on fear, if your ego is telling you, you know, I'm scared, I don't know what we should do right now, like, maybe we shouldn't go this way, you're not going to have this brand new beginning. And you're going to be Empress in reverse. Do you see what I'm saying? And you're going to choose the wrong direction to go towards. So it's just really important that you choose. I mean, there's so many messages here, but it's like, be grounded when you make a decision. Be in, like, an energy of abundance, an energy of, like, you know, you're not in a lack mentality, you're not in a fear-based mentality, you're just, you know, thinking of what you really desire, like what's coming from within, where do you want to move. There's someone mirroring you, or you're mirroring them, or you guys are connected, and as you move in one direction, so does this person, or as they move. I honestly feel like it's simultaneous, even though you guys don't know it. You're, like, energetically connected. You're coming up as the King and Queen of Wands together, and you're coming up as the Emperor and the Empress. You know what I'm saying? It's like two true pairs. So I see, again, you make a move there, you're first here, and then they're here. I mean, it depends on which way we're looking, from left to right or from right to left. For some reason, I started this read from right to left. So they came first, and then you came. But I just feel like you're both doing the same thing. So if they're in a lack mentality, you're going to be in a lack mentality. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to mirror one another, but it's better if you wanted to meet this person, or you wanted to get into the same, like, place on the 3D as this person, you would want this person to be in the same energy as you. Like, in order to meet, you have to be in the same energy. It's like, if you're moving one place and you're moving or another place, if you move to the wrong location, you won't meet this person. Do you know what I'm saying? Because this person won't be there, because they're choosing the right location. So it's like, it's all about choice right now. And in this new cycle, they're telling you to go towards your desire. So I hope that that's, like, a very clear message. But that's why I'm getting, Cancer. Well, let's pull some advice. So, Cancer, you guys have purification. I find it really interesting that this came out, because, again, this to me is like the start of something new. The beginning of something, like the purity of it's not, it doesn't remind me of innocence. It reminds me of like a new beginning. And I think you are, again, I think you have a choice of heading down a new path. And maybe you might have to leave things behind that make you feel comfortable, right? Like people, again, locations. Maybe, again, you have to leave something behind in order to go forward. And that's what's kind of like stressing you out. But I'm getting here that, yeah, you have Khadijah, the mother of believers. I'm spiritually and financially abundant. I provide heaven and earth for myself. Exactly. So it's like you might have this idea that if you stay where you are, like someone might come back into your life, and like you're creating like these ideas and stories in your head, but they're not based on like, you know, what you really desire. Like, yeah, you really might desire someone from the past, but they're holding you back right now. Do you get what I'm saying? Or that mentality is holding you back. So with this purification card, it's telling me like there's a way to do things a little differently. And again, it might be very differently for some of you. Like some of you might be waiting for someone, or some of you guys might be waiting. Like I just get this energy of waiting, and it's not a time for that. It's a time for movement. It's a time, I mean, Queen of Wands is not stagnant, you know what I mean? Neither is Queen of Pentacles, but Queen of Wands is really moving around. Do you feel what I'm saying? Emperor and Empress energy. It's kind of like taking charge and not having, I mean, it's like, what would you regret? Would you regret not leaving and having this new beginning and maybe possibly meeting someone new? Or would you regret staying and then that person that you're staying for never comes? So I don't know why I'm getting so much about somebody waiting, but like it's not a time to wait. It's a time to believe in yourself. It's a time to like know that you can provide everything for yourself. And it's a time for that purification. Like if you felt for a long time that, you know, you couldn't do something without somebody else, or you couldn't, you know, you were waiting. Again, like there's just this energy of having to go forward. Maybe alone, maybe again, you're not healed enough, but you still want to move forward. It's like the time to do that, Cancer. And then you have boundaries here. I feel like this is for yourself. Boundaries for yourself. Because like I feel like some of you guys dwell, this is coming up next to people that like they're warning me have not healed completely, right? Like have not healed a situation completely. I'm getting like if you keep yourself stagnant or you wait for someone, that's what's disabling the healing. Like the fact that you wait for them, or the fact that you still think of them in a certain way. This is kind of that idea of just moving forward, not necessarily, you know, sure of what's next, but trusting and believing in yourself. Again, and I think that's the main message here, like the mother of believers. I'm spiritually and financially abundant. I provide heaven and earth for myself. Like the only one that can do this, Cancer, is you. You know what I mean? So have boundaries with yourself. Like sometimes, I was talking to my sister about this yesterday. It's like sometimes your mind might take you to a place that's not healthy, right? And it's like, how do you control your mind to going back to like, you know, back, because it's going in the wrong direction. It's going in the wrong direction. You have to catch yourself, you know, catch yourself in what you're thinking. Catch yourself. Like if you're thinking something that's not true, but it's just fear, then catch yourself and stop it. So this is that idea of catching yourself before you go down the rabbit hole and pulling yourself back up. And I know it seems shitty because it's like, oh, you are the one having to do all this. But I think it should be liberating in the fact that like no one might come in to save you at this point. Like this is all you. I do see someone else connected to you, but like this is all your work. You know, like this person can't help you and you can't help them. Not like the time to meet happens after you do all this shit. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'm getting here, it's like you have to unbound yourself from these negative mentalities of like you needing to stay or stagnancy, whatever, waiting. You move forward. You have this abundant mindset. Again, it's not going to be easy, but I'm getting like that you are in charge and you're the one in control and you're the one that has to do this. You on your own and them on their own. Okay? So I'm getting, Cancer. I love you. I hope this helps. And I'll see you next time. Bye.